Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to be making donuts. So the full recipe and instructions are going to be in the description box below. The ingredients that we need for this recipe is some butter, milk, sugar, flour, and 2 eggs. So to start off with, we're going to take a cup, and inside that cup we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to add some of our milk. We're going to need milk 2 times for this recipe. First, when we're making the yeast mixture, which we're making right now, and for the actual recipe. So now we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of yeast, and then you're going to want to mix this mixture together so to make sure that there are no lumps. And you can use this mixture right away, or you can just let it sit for a couple of minutes to make sure that the yeast blooms and is alive. In a stand mixer, we're going to put some butter, and then we're going to put some sugar in as well. After you put in these 2 ingredients, you want to mix in a stand mixture. After you mix those 2 ingredients, you want to add 2 eggs, and you want to add them one by one. So after each egg is fully incorporated, you want to add. Once the eggs are incorporated in, then you're going to want to add some milk slowly. Make sure you add the milk slowly so it doesn't splatter everywhere. After all the wet ingredients are mixed nicely, then you're going to want to add some flour slowly into the mixture. So you want to add the flour slowly so the flour doesn't splatter everywhere. And also because you may not know how much flour this recipe may exactly take. So if you add it little by little, then you can make sure that you don't add too much flour and it becomes dry. You also want to make sure you add a little bit less flour than you think it needs, because we're going to need it later too, and in that we're going to incorporate more flour in the batter. Now that all of our ingredients are well incorporated, now what you want to do is see how sticky it is. So now you can see that our batter is a little sticky, so we need to knead it a little. So if your batter is sticky like ours is, then you want to put it and lay it flat on a countertop and put some flour. Put some flour on how sticky it is. You don't want to add too much flour into your dough, because if you add too much flour, the dough could start breaking, and it could also have a really dry texture. So you want to knead it until it gets into the right consistency. So next, we're going to put our kneaded dough into a greased container and cover it with plastic wrap. And we're going to let our dough rise for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. And as you can see, after it has risen, it has doubled in size and is a little bit more lighter than it was before. Now we're just going to knead it, shape it a little bit so that we can roll our dough out. And as you can see, our dough is all rolled out, and we're going to use 2 cookie cutters, a larger one and a smaller one. So first, with a larger one, we are going to cut out large circles in our dough. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the smaller cookie cutter and cut tiny holes in our larger circles so that it can be a donut. And we will also fry these little donut holes too, so we can have donuts and donut holes. Another thing you could do with your donuts for fun would be that you can, for the inner cookie cutter, you can use a cookie cutter with different shapes, like something that has like a star or a flower shape, so your donuts can have a different shape. Okay guys, so after we cut it out, all of our donuts and all of our donut holes, we are going to let them rise for about another hour or so they can be nice and fluffy. And after they're done rising, we're gonna fry them. So when we're frying, the oil temperature is at around 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna just fry these donuts for just a couple of minutes so they have like a nice golden brown crust on them, and so they're nice and cooked on the inside as well. And once the donuts are done frying, we're gonna want to rest them for a little bit. So now we want to make our glaze for the donuts. How to make a vanilla glaze is you just want to add some milk to some powdered sugar. You don't want to add too much milk, so that way, if you add too much milk, then it'll become a very liquidy consistency. So you want to add a little milk and then whisk. Now that the milk is fully incorporated, now we're gonna dip one of our donuts into the glaze. After you're done glazing the donuts, you want to put it on a tray with some tissue paper to let it dry. Now here's a tutorial on how to make a chocolate donut. First, you want to take some powdered sugar and put some cocoa powder in it. And like before, you want to add some milk, a little by little. Okay guys, so after you're done dipping all your donuts, then you are done with this recipe. If you like this recipe, don't forget to like, and if you want to see more recipes like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you're up to date with all of our baking videos and other videos. We hope to see you next time. Goodbye.